So as always, we're going to start off with Colossians 3 and 17. Giving all praise and glory to the Most High. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Go ahead.
Colossians 3 and 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushua.
Kind. So all that we say is going to be in the name of the anointed Savior. We give all praise and glory to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And we thank him for he's worthy to be praised for everything. And so hallelujah to his holy name. So today, we're going to go into Genesis, the 12th chapter. Let's start off there. Genesis, the 12th chapter. Start reading at verse 1.
Genesis 12 and 1. Now the Most High had said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee.
Right, so Most High is telling Abram to leave the land that he was in, and he's going to show him the land that he wanted him to go to. Go ahead.
And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed.
Right, so he said he's going to bless them that bless him, and curse them that curses him. And in Abraham shall all families of the earth be blessed. It's very key. Go ahead.
So Abram departed, as the Most High had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran.
Right, so his nephew Lot went with him. And he was 75 years old when he left, when the Most High called him to do this. Go ahead.
And Abram took Sarah his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their substance that they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran. And they went forth to go into the land of Canaan. And into the land of Canaan they came.
Right. The land of Canaan is the land of Israel. So they came into the land that the Most High blessed Abram with. Go ahead.
And Abram passed through the land unto the place of Shechem, unto the plain of Moreh. And the Canaanite was then in the land. And the Most High appeared unto Abram, and said, Unto thy seed will I give this land. And there builded he an altar unto the Most High, who appeared unto him.
So now, get St. John 1 and 18. So he said the Most High appeared unto Abram and said unto thy seed will I give this land, and there builded he an altar unto the Most High, who appeared unto him. That's what you read. So let's read what it says in St. John 1 and 18.
St. John 1 and 18. No man have seen the Most High power at any time.
Read that again.
No man have seen the Most High power at any time.
One more time for understanding.
No man have seen the Most High power at any time.
Right, so read.
The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him.
Right, so he's telling us that no man has ever seen the Most High at any time. You see? Mashiach Yahushua was in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. So, because the Most High is everything. He's too massive to be even here on the earth. He said the earth is my footstool. You see, so there's no way that this is actually what they call the Most High, and what we call the Most High. But it is in bringing forth what the Most High want Abram to know. You see what I'm saying? Through the Spirit. He always spoke through the Spirit or an angel. That's how he communicates. When you look at Acts 7 and 48.
Acts 7 and 48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
See that? The Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands. So he can't fit into any church. You see what I'm saying? Or any house or any place as far as whatever we can build here on this earth. Read.
As saith the prophet, heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool.
So a footstool, I mean, we don't take a rocket science to figure that out, because the footstool is something you put your heel on. Go ahead.
What house will ye build me, saith the Most High? Or what is the place of my rest?
Right. You say, what house can you build me in? What's the place of my rest? Where do I rest at? Where the place for my rest at? Go ahead.
Have not my hand made all these things?
Yeah. He said, have not my hands made all these things? Get Isaiah 66 and 1. He says the prophet says. So when you read in the New Testament, it's got to coincide with what's written in the Old Testament, give you understanding of what's written. Isaiah, the last book of Isaiah, 66 and 1.
Isaiah 66 and 1. Thus saith the Most High, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye build unto me, and where is the place of my rest?
Yeah, same thing we just read, see? Read.
For all those things hath mine hand made, and all those things have been, saith the Most High. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my word.
Right, so that's the man that he's going to look at. The man that feared the Most High, and with a contrite spirit of humility, and poor, and trembleth at his word, like the angels are trembling. How is it that's why I say the fear of the Most High, to be afraid of him, when you look at good second Ezra in the Apocrypha, 8:21. So it's very clear when you understand certain things that we got to really establish so that you can see this. But read that. Second Ezra 8 and 21.
8:21.
It's
Second
on
Ezra.
page 24.
You like it?
It's on page 24. You have it? Okay.
Second Ezra 8 and 21. Whose throne is inestimable.
So his throne cannot be measured. The throne of the Most High cannot be measured. So how big is that? I mean, his throne cannot be measured. His power, his rulership, his authority, and even physically, a physical throne cannot be measured, because he's too massive. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Whose glory may not be comprehended.
Whose glory may not be comprehended. Go ahead.
Before whom the host of angels stand with trembling.
The army of angels stand how?
With trembling.
But man can stand before the Most High with a proud spirit and think that everything is cool. But the host of angels stand how?
With trembling.
They stand with trembling. So how can a man stand before the Most High in flesh and blood? You see what I'm saying? So when you see appear to get Hebrews 10 and 7.
Hebrews 10 and 7. Then said I, Lo, I come. In the volume of the book it is written of me.
Read that again.
Then said I, Lo, I come. In the volume of the book it is written of me.
So he come in the volume of the book that is written of Mashiach Yahushua. Read.
To do thy will.
To do the will of the Most High. As we read, he's doing the will of the Most High. Go ahead.
Oh, the Most High power. Above when he said.
That's all I want. That's all I want. So when you look at Psalms 40 and 7, just showing you that it has to coincide with what they had to go by, and that was only the law and the prophets. Wasn't a New Testament, so it's got to coincide. Read that.
Psalms 40 and 7. Then said I, Lo, I come. In the volume of the book, it is written of me. I delight to do thy will, O the Most High Power. Yeah, thy law is within my heart.
See? It's the same thing. So, remember what we read. Now go back to John 1 and 18 again.
St. John 1 and 18. No man have seen the Most High Power at any time.
Right. So ain't nobody ever seen the Most High at any time. Right? So we in the New Testament. But it's giving all they had to go by is what?
The Old Testament.
The Old Testament. You understand? So he's saying no man has seen the Most High at any time. Read.
The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him.
So Mashiach Yahushua, who is in the bosom of the Father, he is declaring who? The Most High. You see? So going back to Genesis 12 and 7, now we got a better understanding that it is the Most High, but it's not his essence. You understand? Like he would give us a vision to show us of himself, something that we can relate to, but it's not actually him. You understand? Because get John 4 and 24.
John 4 and 24. The Most High is a spirit.
Read that again.
The Most High is a spirit.
Most High is a spirit. Read.
And they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
Through the Holy Spirit and through the laws of the Most High, which is the truth. That's how you got to worship him. Okay? Now go back to where was that in Genesis 12?
Genesis 12 and 7. And the Most High appeared unto Abram and said, unto thy seed will I give this land.
Are you still, so the Most High appeared to him. Abram seeing the Most High. But you just read, I had you read it 3 times for understanding. No man has ever seen the Most High at any time. So, the Most High, through the angel, is appearing to Abram and giving his words. Something, remember, because Mashiach Yahushua said, the only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. And he said, lo, I come in the volume of the book. You see? So, but he's a spirit. He's not in the flesh, he's a spirit or an angel. Bringing the word, get Psalms 104 and 4.
Psalms 104 and 4. Who maketh his angels spirits.
So he maketh angels spirits, read.
His ministers a flaming fire.
His ministers a flame of fire. So ministers do what? Bring forth what? The word of the Most High, right? So this is how everything is, as it's like a mystery that's unknown. When you look at Ephesians 3 and 9. Ephesians 3 and 9.
Ephesians 3 and 9. And to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery.
Mystery. That's something that's unknown. The fellowship of the mystery. Let all men see what's the fellowship of the mystery. Read.
Which from the beginning of the world.
From when?
From the beginning of the world.
From when?
From the beginning of the world.
From the beginning of the world. Read.
Have been hid in the Most High power.
Has been hid through the Most High. Read.
Who created all things.
Who created all things how?
By Mashiach Yahushua.
By Mashiach Yahushua. Okay? So, he created all things by Mashiach. Just a mystery. Right? So when you go to Genesis 1 and 26. No, read Genesis 1 and 1 first. Hey, you see a Bible over there? No, it's another one. No, that's okay. That's okay. I think I knew what it said. Look, read Genesis 1 and 1.
Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, the Most High created the heaven and the earth.
So you just read that the Most High created everything by Hamashiach Yahushua. So the Most High did create everything, but the Most High, while Hamashiach Yahushua created the heavens and the earth. They put God there, right? But Hamashiach Yahushua is God too. But he's not the Most High. You understand? Get Isaiah 45:7. I just want you to see this, and everybody else can get this as you learn.
Isaiah 45:7.
Psalms 45.
Psalms 45:7.
Psalms 45:7.
The book of Psalms 45:7. Thou lovest righteousness and hatest wickedness.
Right, 6.
46 is it?
We start at 6 verse.
Psalms 45:6. Thy throne, O power, is forever and ever. The scepter of thy kingdom is a right scepter.
So the scepter means powers and authority. Go ahead.
Thou lovest righteousness and hatest wickedness. Therefore the Most High power, thy power.
So the Most High got a God. There's a power over the Most. Therefore you said, therefore the Most High power, your power. So there's somebody over the Most High. Is there somebody over the Most High?
No.
Huh?
No.
But you see, what did you see there twice?
God.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
So thy means your.
Therefore power.
Therefore power, your power. So that's two gods there. You can read it just like it's written. Therefore God, thy God. See, these are the things that when people want to deal with a Mashiach, they want to exclude a Mashiach out of the program. I said, well, who is this? Who is this? There's two gods. Do the Most High have a God over him? A power over him? No. But it's two gods there, right? Therefore God, your God. That's thy God. So therefore, Hamashiach Yahushua, your power. See? This is talking about Hamashiach Yahushua here. Okay? See? That's what I said. You said, therefore, Hamashiach Yahushua, your power, the Most High. Read it.
Thou lovest righteousness and hatest wickedness. Therefore, Hamashiach Yahushua, thy power, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows.
Right, so this is the same thing you read in Hebrews 1:8. I'm just showing you how there's nothing but the Old Testament. And where they want to go, the New Testament, or wherever, it's still the Old Testament. Hebrews 1:8, because that's all they had to go by. Hebrews 1:8.
Hebrews 1.
So now it's going to tell you who he's talking about. The New Testament is going to tell you who he's talking about. Read. Hebrews 1:8.
Hebrews 1:8. But unto the Son he saith, thy throne, O power, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom. Thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity. Therefore, Mashiach Yahushua, even thy power, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellow.
Is that what we just read? But who is he talking about? Verse 8. Who is he talking about? It identifies, read.
But unto the Son.
But unto who?
The Son.
The Son of the Most High, see? So that's why I say when you go to this, look at Psalms 110:1.
Psalms 110:1. The Most High said unto my power, sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool.
So, what you see in this verse? Two what?
Two lords.
Two lords, right? But look at the first one. How does it look? The letters.
All caps.
The second one is what?
Lowercase.
Capital, then lowercase, right? So, who is David's power?
How much did you have a shot?
Kind.
Yeah.
You see it? You see that? So, get Acts 2:36. Acts 2:36.
Acts 2:36. Therefore, let all the house of Yasharallah know assuredly that the Most High Power have made that same Yahushua, whom ye have crucified, both Lord and Yahushua.
And Mashiach.
Mashiach.
As Christ is Mashiach, the Messiah, the anointed. That's Mashiach. So the Most High has made them both Lord and Mashiach. I'm just saying that because that's what's written. That's why David said, the Lord said unto my Lord, sit thee on my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. You understand? That's prophecy of how Mashiach Yahushua went back to the right hand side of the Most High, and until the Most High gonna make all his enemies his footstool. You understand? So this is that's why get 1 Corinthians 3:23. Now you go to 1 Corinthians 3:23. Is there a New Testament when this is happening?
No.
It's only have what?
The Old Testament.
Old Testament. Come, read that.
1 Corinthians what?
3:23.
1 Corinthians 3:23.
Right.
And ye are Hamashiachim, and Mashiachim is the Most High.
Right. We are Mashiachim. And Mashiach is the Most High. That's why David said, the Most High said unto my power. Why he say that? Because he's who? Mashiachim. You understand? That's why Mashiach say he come in the volume of the book is written to him. You see what I'm saying? So that's why this is when you say the Most High appeared to him. Most High never appeared. Ain't no man ever seen the Most High. The heavens can't contain him. It says. You know what I mean? He's too vast. And his throne is inestimable. It's unmeasurable. So something can be measured. His throne cannot be measured. So Earth can be measured, right? They got the diameter and the circumference of the Earth, but his throne cannot be measured. So how you gonna put him in front of a man, in front of mortal man? Mortal man, flesh and blood cannot appear before the Most High. That's why we gotta make that change. After Mashiach Yahushua coming, the Most High put all his enemies under his footstool, and he teaches of the Most High, then we're gonna make that change. But so go to Genesis 1:26.
Genesis 1:26. And the Most High said, let us make man in our image.
You gotta read a little slower because you read it, you won't get the meaning if you just slow down a little bit because I'm doing this so you can see this. Read that again.
And the Most High said, let us make man in our image.
So let us make man in our image. Read.
After our likeness.
After our likeness. So that's plural. That's why in the beginning it says in the beginning, it don't say God, it say Allahayim. That means the powers created the heavens and the earth. And who did it? You just read it in Ephesians 3:9.
Most High
created everything through Mashiach Yahushua. See what I'm saying? So now he's saying let us go down and make man in what? Our image. This is Genesis, the 1st chapter. after our likeness. Not all the people, but Adam. The Adamites. Like we the Israelites, the Adamites. But they went off. He used to say Noah and his sons. That's it. You know what I mean? And they wives. So now when we in Genesis, the 12th chapter, it's the Most High Wa Mashiach Yahushua, because what happened? You just going over. It's us there and our there in verse 1, in chapter 1, right? So what happened to the us and our? By the time you get to Genesis 12th chapter, he ain't there no more. I'm just saying that because people just exclude him like he just came in the flesh. You understand? When he just said he come with a volume of the book is written of him, you just read, no man has seen the Most High at any time. The only begotten Son who's in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. You with me? So, it's the Most High, Wa Mashiach Yahushua, who is a spirit. You understand? It's not flesh, he's an angel. Spirit. It's like he went back to the Most High as a spirit. Get Isaiah 47:3. Show you when he come back. He's coming back as no flesh. Fleshly man. Read that.
Isaiah 47:3.
Right.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
That's talking about the end of this world. The shame and all the things that we see now is being uncovered. We can see it unless you're blind. See all the filthy, wicked, nasty, make nasty, wicked acts that they're doing that's abominable and to the eyes of the Most High, and what he said we're supposed to do as a people. And everybody's supposed to be following the laws of the Most High. Right? So their shame is being uncovered. Read.
Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
That's right. See? He ain't gonna meet them as a man. He come in his angelic power. So it's the Most High and Mashiach Yahushua. Alahayim. It says Alahayim, which is the Most High and Mashiach Yahushua, which means powers. Alahayim, the powers. That's the powers. Who is the Most High and Mashiach Yahushua. So when they put God there, but God spelled backwards is what?
Dog.
Now get Psalms 22 and 16. Wonder why they come up with this word God. Because it's invented by the Europeans. They invented Lord and God. Wonder why they did that. Let's get a little bit of an example. Read. Psalms 22 and 16.
Psalms 22 and 16.
Right.
For dogs have compassed me.
But who?
For dogs have compassed me.
The dogs have compassed me, right? Go ahead.
The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me.
So he called the dogs the wicked. Have enclosed me. So what did the wicked do?
They pierced my hands and my feet.
So did you think the wicked, did any record of any of these nations pierced King David's hands and feet? Whose hands was pierced and feet pierced? Mashiach Yahushua. Come. So I got the definition of dog right here from the Unger's Bible Dictionary. And it says dog. It says in the East, dog is used for impure and profane persons. Was used by the Israelites respecting the Gentiles. It says respecting the Gentiles. I'm going to give you a scripture, Matthew 14, you go to Mark 7, and then Matthew 15, 26, and Matthew 7, 24 down. It says, false apostles are called dogs on account of impurity and love of gain. It says, those that are shut out of the kingdom of heaven are also called dogs on account of their vileness. Probably a reference to homosexuality. Wow. That's what they say. See what I'm saying? So we didn't write this. So that's real. So, and dog is what's spelled backwards?
God.
God. See what I'm saying? So they put it in our face. It's just a matter of us really listening and trying to examine things and think. See, that's what they did. They don't want you to think. When you think, you look at it, say, wow. So let's go back to Genesis 12th chapter. Let's read through this. So it's the Most High Mashiach Shah.
Genesis 12:8.
Remember it said, let us go down and make man in our image and our likeness. You see what I'm saying? So this is how he's appearing to the Most High through the Spirit. The Spirit is Mashiach Shah as a spirit. You see what I'm saying? Because remember it said he made everything by Mashiach Shah. So you only 12 chapters over from Genesis first chapter. Where he at? See, if you don't put him there, he ain't there. I'm just telling you for real. When you say the Most High, nobody gonna think about a Mashiach Shah. You come to the bottom of the book. You see what I'm saying? One more, so you will see it. There ain't no doubt about it. You know, I'll wait, because we ain't not there now. But he the one that led us in the wilderness. You see what I'm saying? In the cloud by day, a chariot by day, and the fiery chariot by night. It was him. In the chariots. You see what I'm saying? So, but let's continue so we can go through this.
Genesis 12:8. And he removed from thence unto a mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west and Hay on the east. And there he builded an altar unto the Most High, and called upon the name of the Most High. And Abram journeyed, going on still toward the south. And there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land. And it came to pass, when he was come near to enter into Egypt, that he said unto Sarah his wife, Behold now, I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon. Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, that they shall say, This is his wife, and they will kill me, but they will save thee alive.
You know, he said, hey, he's telling his wife, Sarah, look, you're beautiful. The Egyptians realize that you're my wife, they're going to kill me and save you alive to do whatever they're going to do to you. You see what I'm saying? She's a beautiful woman. Go ahead. This where you sisters, this is, when they say like Sarah, this is where our sisters come from. See what I'm saying? You know we got the baddest women. If they in order, ain't nothing like our women. Straight up, man. She was beautiful. They say, hey, read that again. You a fair woman. That means she was beautiful. Read.
Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, that they shall say, This is his wife, and they will kill me, but they will save thee alive.
Yeah, that's right. Say they're going to kill him. Go ahead.
Say, I pray thee, thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee.
Yeah, he said, hey, tell them you're my sister, so they won't kill me. Go ahead.
And it came to pass that when Abram was come into Egypt, the Egyptians beheld the woman, that she was very fair.
See? Abram came, he looked at that woman and said, wow, she's beautiful. Read.
The princes also of Pharaoh saw her, and commended her before Pharaoh. And the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house.
Yeah, see? She went into Pharaoh's house, read.
And he entreated Abram well for her sake. And he had sheep and oxen, and he asses, and men servants, and maid servants, and she asses, and camels. And the Most High plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarah, Abram's wife.
See, Most High plagued Pharaoh's house. We're going to have Sarah in there. But, you know, you keep reading, we see that what went down, read.
And Pharaoh called Abram and said, What is this that thou hast done unto me? Why didst thou not tell me that she was thy wife? Why saidest thou, She is my sister? So I might have taken her to me to wife. Now therefore behold thy wife. Take her and go thy way.
That's right. Most High blessed, was plaguing her. He was plaguing him. He said, hey man, this your wife. Why you tell me it was your wife? Take your wife and get on out of here from the plagues that the Most High is putting on him. Tell her what the Most High was doing to him. But he said, hey, take her and get away from me. Go ahead.
And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away, and his wife, and all that he had.
Right. Go ahead.
And Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. And he went on his journeys from the south even to Bethel, unto the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Hai, unto the place of the altar which he had made there at the first. And there Abram called on the name of the Most High.
Abram called upon on Yahweh B'Shama Mashiach Yahushua. Remember, get John 6:14 and 6. Now Mashiach Yahushua is giving them the understanding of what? Of what? What I've been asking you all day. He's been giving an understanding of what? What we were doing where? The understanding of the Old Testament, how we operate in the Old Testament. Who's David's Lord? So let's read this.
John 14 and 6. Mashiach Yahushua saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
So we know that the truth is the law. In Psalms 119, 142, right? So either way to show us how to follow the law that's going to lead to everlasting life. Read.
No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
So he say, no man cometh to the Father but by him. Right? So the way we go to the Father is but by him, right? Mashiach Yahushua. Verse 13.
Verse 13. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do.
So that's Bahashama Mashiach Yahushua. That's in his name. In the name of the Lord and Savior. That's what you're saying. Bahashama Mashiach Yahushua. So, read it again.
And whatsoever ye shall ask by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, that will I do.
That will I do. Why?
That the Father may be glorified in the Son.
That the Most High can be glorified in the Mashiach Yahushua. Read.
If ye shall ask anything in my name.
In my name, what if you ask anything.
If ye shall ask anything by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, I will do it.
You're going to do it. Read.
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
Right. If you love him, keep his commandments. The love is the keeping of the commandments. You see what I'm saying? So, when you're looking at this is like, you just letting them know how they were able to call on, because, you know, this is from the seed of Abraham, from the seed of Seth. When you look at Genesis 4 and read 25 and 26. And we just in chapter 13, but read Genesis 4, 25 and 26.
Genesis 4, 25. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. For the Most High, said she, have appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew.
Right, so this is the next child she had, which is Abel, after Cain had Seth, after Cain had killed Abel. Go ahead.
And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos.
So he called his name Enos. Right? But listen what happened during the time of Enos. Read.
Then began men to call upon the name of the Most High.
Right, so just call on the name of the Most High. Most High, is that the power? That's how we reach the Most High?
No.
So how do we reach the Most High?
So much that y'all say.
Kind. See what I'm saying? So then began men to call on Yahweh B'Hasham Mashiach Yahushua, or Most High B'Hasham Mashiach Yahushua. Because that's how we reach him, right? That's how we get to them and say, no man come to the Father but by who? Right, Mashiach Yahushua. So he said, you ask anything, how? I would do it, that the Father could be glorified in the Son. Right? You ask anything by Hashem about Shekau Shah will do. He said, if you love me, do what?
Keep my commandments.
Keep my commandments. Do what I say. So we get an understanding. It's just a matter of here it is, right here, and the way we always operate is just nothing new under the sun. It's just you got to really be in the spirit to see it. You know, because Most High, the Most High everywhere. But he's telling you this is how we always came to the Most High. That's why who's David's power. Yeah, so he had to go through the spirit, told him what he needed to do, because that's why he's saying what he's saying. You know, that wasn't David that the nails they pierced his hands and feet. That's a Mashiach Yahushua. He's a prophet. David's a prophet, prophesying about what's going to happen to a Mashiach Yahushua. You see? That's the power. So that's Yahweh about Shem Mashiach Yahushua, Most High about Shem Mashiach Yahushua. That's how men began to call on the name of the Most High. How we call on him?
Shem Mashiach Yahushua.
Is that new?
No.
It ain't new, man. This ain't new. It's the same old. It's just the way it's written. It would be, you know, it's a mystery, put it like that. But when you look at Amos 3 and 7.
Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Most High power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
Right, so mysteries are what? Secrets. Hidden things. So he do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. The servants are the children of Israel. We the servants. So this is how it's always been. It's just in the spirit. A lot of people have not seen that because it's a mystery. That's why a lot of brothers are not really, you know, knowing this, especially in the churches and so forth. They don't really look at it as such because they just look at it, Mashiach coming in the flesh. In Mathew, we're going to go through that. But let's go back to Genesis. So you know how men began to call on the name of the Most High now, right? God.
We in Genesis 13 and I'm just starting 1.
Okay.
Genesis 13 and 1. And Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. And he went on his journeys from the south even unto Bethel, unto the place where his tent had been at the beginning between Bethel and Hai, unto the place of the altar which he had made there at the first. And there Abram called on the name of the Most High, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. And Lot also, which went with Abram, had flocks and herds and tents. And the land was not able to bear them, that they might dwell together. For their substance was great, so that they could not dwell together. And there was a strife between the herdman of Abram's cattle and the herdman of Lot's cattle. And the Canaanite and the Perizzite dwelled then in the land. And Abram said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdman and thy herdman. For we be brethren. Is not the whole land before thee? Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right. Or if thou depart to the right hand, then I will go to the left. And Lot lifted up his eyes, and beheld all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere, before the Most High destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of the Most High, like the land of Egypt, as thou comest unto Zoar.
Well, he said this land was so beautiful, like the Garden of Eden. Right? That's the land that Lot's going to choose. Read.
Then Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves the one from the other.
Right, because they had too much wealth, man. Too many cattle and so forth. They couldn't graze in the same land, so they had to separate themselves. Go ahead.
Abram dwelled in the land of Canaan, And Lot dwelled in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent toward Sodom. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Most High exceedingly. And the Most High said unto Abram, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thine eyes, and look from the place where thou art northward, and southward, and eastward, and westward. For all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever.
Right, so this is the land. He's showing them the land that he's going to give the tribes, the 12 tribes of Israel, in the land of Israel. Read.
And I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered.
Wow, so if you can measure the dust of the earth, then shall our seed be numbered. That's like you can measure the dirt of the earth. Wow, go ahead.
Arise, walk through the land in the length of it and in the breadth of it, for I will give it unto thee. Then Abram removed his tent and came and dwelt in the plain of Mamre, which is in Hebron, and built there an altar unto the Most High.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse chapter 14. And it came to pass in the days of Amraphel, king of Shinar, Arioch, king of Elasar, Chedorlaomer, king of Elam, and Tidal, king of nations, that these made war with Bera, king of Sodom, and with Bersher, king of Gomorrah, Shinab, king of Admah, and Shemeber, king of Zebulun, and the king of Bela, which is Zor. All these were joined together in the vale of Siddim, which is the salt sea. 12 years they served Chedorlaomer, and in the 13th year they rebelled. And in the 14th year came Chedorlaomer and the kings that were with him, and smote the Rephaims in Ashtaroth Karnaim, and the Zuzims in Ham, and the Emims in Shavi Kiriathaim, and the Horites in their Mount Seir, unto El Paran, which is by the wilderness. And they returned and came to Mishpat, which is Kadesh, and smote all the country of the Amalekites, and also the Amorites that dwelt in Hazazon Tamar. And there went out the king of Sodom, and the king of Gomorrah, and the king of Admah, and the king of Zebulun, and the king of Bela, the same as Zor, and they joined battle with them in the vale of Siddim, with Chedorlaomer, the king of Elam, and with Tidal, king of nations, and Amraphel, king of Shinar, and Arioch, king of Elasar, 4 kings with 5. And the vale of Siddim was full of slime pits, and the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled and fell there, and they that remained fled to the mountain. And they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their victuals, and went their way. And they took Lot, Abram's brother's son, who dwelled in Sodom, and his goods, and departed. And there came one that had escaped, and told Abram the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorite, brother of Eshcol, and brother of Aner. And these were confederate with Abram. And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his trained servants, born in his own house, 318, and pursued them unto Dan. And he divided himself against them, he and his servants, by night, and smote them, and pursued them unto Hobah, which is on the left hand of Damascus. And he brought back all the goods, and also brought again his brother Lot, and his goods, and the woman also, and the women also, and the people. And the king of Sodom went out to meet him, after his return from the slaughter of Chedorlaomer, and of the kings that were with him, at the valley of Shaveh, which is the king's dale. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High Power. And he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abram of the Most High Power, possessor of heaven and earth. And blessed be the Most High Power, which hath delivered thine enemies into thy hand. And he gave him tithes of all. And the king of Sodom said unto Abram, Give me the persons, and take the goods to thyself. And Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have lifted up mine hand unto the Most High Power, the possessor of heaven and earth, that I will not take from a thread even to a shoe latchet, and that I will not take anything that is thine, lest thou shouldest say, I have made Abram rich, save only that which the young men have eaten, and the portion of the men which went with me, Aner, Eshcol, and Mamre. Let them take their portion.
Like I said, I don't want nothing from you. As you say, I'm rich because Abraham's rich because of what he gave. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
After these things, the word of the Most High came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceeding great reward. And Abram said unto the Most High Power, What wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is this Eliezer of Damascus? And Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is mine heir. And, behold, the word of the Most High Power came unto him, saying, This shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir. And he brought him forth abroad, and said, Look now toward heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, So shall thy seed be. And he believed in the Most High Power. And he
faith in the Most High. Go ahead.
And he counted it to him for righteousness. And he said unto him, I am the Most High that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees to give thee this land to inherit it. And he said, the Most High, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it? And he said unto him, Take me an heifer of 3 years old, and a she-goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. And he took unto him all these, and divided them in the midst, and laid each piece one against another. But the birds divided he not slackly. And when the fowls came down upon the carcasses, Abram drove them away. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram.